An Airbnb listing is just as, if not more important than the actual Airbnb property itself. Why? Well, because if you have a really bad listing, no one's gonna either click it in search results or actually book it. So you're gonna have an amazing property, but no one's gonna stay in it. And so in this video, I'm having a little snoop around some of your listings that you very kindly submitted to me. And if you want me to have a snoop around your listing, click the link below, sign up to my newsletter, because that is where I put the call out when I'm doing another one of these reviews or audits. And if you want to maybe do this in a more private setting, well then listing audits is one of the things that I can help with either on a one-to-one call or in my community. And again, there's a link below. So let's get into it. And as always, this is the first time I'm looking at these listings, so I don't know what to expect. First up, we've got Chip Howard, which is probably the most American name I've ever heard. And he said, this is our very first short-term rental from 2022.
Where exactly?
Whoa, I have not started recording. Things that can go wrong when you're making YouTube videos, part 10. Here we are, we're recording. Now, Chip says this is their very first short-term rental from 2022. Anything we should update or add to stay current with the times. Okay, so family retreat, fire pit, first floor king, walk to town. The title is a mouthful. I actually want to come back and use that listing bot that I've shown here before. I want to see what it says about this title. First impressions, these are great images. I love that Chip has done this. It's the perfect exterior shot. One of the guys I follow on YouTube for Airbnb advice, Rob Belt, he suggests doing this. It's an amazing shot. It looks great. Okay, so it's 9 guests across 4 bedrooms, 5 beds and 2 bathrooms. So 117 reviews and 4.95. So you are smashing it, Chip. And let's just go through the photos. Whoa. Inception. Photo on screen inside of the outside. I like it. Very professional photos. You can see the angles are great. The lights are on, but they're not all glowy and weird and stuff. It's definitely a bit of a vibe shift from the living room to in here. This is a really nice coffee station. Everything just neat and tidy. You can fold the tea towels. Got the cookware out, showcase. Oh, so pet dog bowls. So obviously accept pets. Didn't see that in the title. Really nice sort of double aspect windows. Again, showing the outside on the TV here. It's always, is this like a screensaver? Like, I don't understand how you've got that to do that, or even why you wanted to do that. Cool bunk beds. I've never had bunk beds in any of our properties. Clients have always asked me it. We've never actually done it. Let me know in the comments, Chip, if it's you watching or anyone else who has bunk beds, how do they work in terms of our guests? Happy with them? Like, it's generally, it has to be kids. Do you get adults sleeping in them? Let me know. Oh, like an office as well. We have cornhole and buckyball. So sorry if I'm butchering that. I'm not up to speed with what cornhole or buckyball is. Nice. Oh, there's a beach that's close to Chesapeake Bay. I know that from Hamilton. Lafayette was there waiting in Chesapeake Bay. 4 miles from the house. So is the beach there? Or is the beach 4 miles away? So that's 2 miles. Right, so it doesn't say that it's a short walk to the beach. It does say that it's first floor king. So, but I don't understand, because this is all, the property is all on the ground floor. This is ground floor. It can't be on the first floor. Is it just saying that there's a king bed on the first floor? I don't get it. Perfect for families, groups and couples, included your 4-legged friends. Do think that could be put in the title, but we'll come back to that. Stone's throw from best restaurants and shops. Quick drive to the beautiful beaches. So in their words, this is great because you've used the reviews. I don't know if you've changed this after seeing another video with the listing bot in it, because that is what the listing bot does. It uses reviews to craft the title and the description. So it is good that you've used that. What the listing bot does is, and potential guests are going to read the reviews anyway, so you don't know if you need to like just quote them, because if you can craft it in a way that's, you know, you're just duplicating what the reviews are. Using listing bot, which we're going to do here, crafts it into more of a compelling piece of copy of text for people to read, like this, like the highlights. We're getting on here in terms of there's a lot of words here. This is great for pet friendly. Stocked treat jar. Pet fee charges $25 per night per pet for up to 2 dogs. Owner approval required, which is great because you want to just see a photo of that dog or those dogs before you say yes. So I think this could be like internet Wi-Fi, lightning fast internet provided, lightning fast internet, 5 smart TVs. There's a bit of duplication here. This is a long description. that I think could be condensed down, tightened up. It's too long. We're here again, 25. It seems like you've made a couple of descriptions here, and instead of removing the old one, you've just left it and just copied the new one in on top of it. But I don't think it needs to be this big. Now, if we look at some of the reviews, they're almost all 5 stars. Really amazing. So I want to use Listing Bot. If you haven't seen this before, you can get it for free. You click the link below, join my mailing list, and I'll send you the link of how to get it. Basically, what you do is, it says here, you paste your current title, your description, and a ton of your reviews from your listing. It doesn't have to be the best ones or the worst ones, just whatever ones come up first. Probably the ones with the most text in it, because what it then does is it analyzes what real guests are saying is good in your reviews, and it then crafts a compelling title based on those reviews. So whatever the guests love the most, therefore whatever the future guests are going to love the most, it puts it in the title. So it's using the best bits of your property, of your listing, to get even more guests. So it's a real snowball of positivity, and it also does that in the description. So I personally don't like this title as is, but we'll see what it comes up with. Now, straight away I know that this is a huge description. This is probably the longest description I've ever put in here. And then with the reviews, I hope there's not a character count. I'm obviously not going to put in all 117 of these. Let's see what the Listing Bot comes up with. So there's 3 that it says to the top 3, and then it gives a full set of 12 options. Peaceful nights, walkable to town, and ice cream. I'm not keen on that. I mean, is ice cream really the main reason someone's going to come and stay in this place? Fire pit evenings, comfy beds, family ready. It's better. Walk the shops, sleep easy, and quiet retreat. Again, I think Listing Bot's let me down here. Maybe I'll put on just too much stuff. I like that it has the dog friendly. I think that should be there. Place to stay for families with kids. It's probably my favorite one. I honestly don't know what this means. First floor king. Walk to town. Like, whilst that is something that I normally am saying, because you can't show that in your photos, I feel like it loses a bit. And also I think, well, yeah, steps from Main Street, cozy family retreat, steps from Main Street. That could be better. So a peaceful family friendly getaway where quite nice cozy beds and s'mores by the fire pit come standard. Spacious dog friendly homes, a short walk to downtown Matthews for ice cream, seafood and Saturday market strolls. Guests love how easy it is to settle in, whether you're traveling with kids, pets or both. Guests love walkable to town, restful sleep, backyard fun, kid and pet ready. And it talks about the treats are here, memory foam beds, gets in the fire pit, gets in the smart TVs. So I like that description. It's certainly much more concise than the one that's there at the minute. Let me know if there's anything missing. In terms of the arrangement of the photos, this one absolutely must be there. I'd probably drop the kitchen and have a bedroom. Other than that, Chip, you're smashing it. I mean, you don't need it to change anything here. You're doing very, very well. You can see that bookings are pretty strong. So you're doing non-refundable and refundable. 420 quid for 3 nights. And that doesn't, oh, it does change. Well done, Jim. You're the first listing in ages that I reviewed that actually changes the price based on the amount of people staying. Because if more people staying, it's going to cost you more in terms of cleaning and linen than if you have less. So well done. And then the pets, yeah, that adds on as well. Well done, Chip. Smashing it. Next we have Sue Bruce. I had a guest complain that my photos did not do my house justice and that the property was not well represented in the photos. I had professional photos taken at the beginning and last week had additional photos taken with Airbnb involved. The new photos do not add anything to the property listing. How do I get pictures that convey emotion and an experience to get guests to book my property? This is my first listing. I've been a host for less than 3 months and my property is listed as a guest favorite in the top 5% of Airbnb most loved homes. Right, let's look at it. So this is Sue. Oh, nice. So convey emotion and experience to the guests. Yeah, have the canoe there. That is going to do it. Have the hot tub there. That's going to do it. Show the lake and have it in the title. Peaceful lakefront, hot tub, fire pit, kayaks. Yeah, listen, I know you submitted this a while ago on the 1st of September, but whatever changes you've made, I don't know what it's looked like before when you submitted it, but this looks awesome. Let's look through here. Nice. I mean, that is a great photo as well, showing just through the doors. Gun barrel. Cityopoly. These photos are great. These are really good. Workstation. Yeah, this is great. So you had a laptop there, but not in this photo, and you can't really see the laptop in that one, whereas this one's, it might have been a bit better to have it there. Bathroom looks amazing. Everything here looks phenomenal. Yeah, it looks amazing. Gun Barrel City in Texas. So the picture, this is the review. The pictures do not do it justice. You literally walk out the back door to the lake. Yeah, so that is why it needs to be in here. And like, so yeah, I get that this is the photo. Yeah, like here is the lake. Is this maybe a better one? because you do want to say you walk out the back door to the lake. This, I think, is the only photo that shows the door and the lake. You know, this one, this could be like 5 minutes walk away. It's not clear. But I think, yeah, even this, it's like, because it's quite shiny, it's hard to see that that is water. And then all these ones is aiming towards the house. This, again, you can't really see it. I mean, this is going to make it very clear that you're close to the lake if you're offering kayak. So you can do fishing poles and tackle, like everything's there. It's all 5 stars. I mean, it looks and sounds awesome. I like that it's short, sweet, bullet points with emojis, hot tub fire plant, kayaks. Is that how you spell kayaks? No, that's spelling mistake. It's an A. Love it. This is great. There's literally nothing I would add to this. It is a phenomenal property with a phenomenal location. And you're not changing the nightly rate based on the amount of people that stand, but other than that, like, it's unbelievable, outstanding. I want to go there. Well done, Sue. There's no surprise you're getting 5 stars for this. Next we have Yolanta, who I think I know. How to improve my list and how to attract more guests. So yes, I know this house because Yolanta was in the community whenever I ran it before, and she is in Belfast. So what can I say about this listing? Let's go through. So I would say about the photos, I think they could be improved. This, for example, 1, I think it's taken at night, and 2, it's poor lighting in the photo. Same with this, it's wonky. There are some that look like they are professional, like this one, and this one, it's a little bit more arty because it's blurred in the background, but you know, this height is too high. The light is on, it's not doing it justice. Yeah, like this isn't with the shadows and things. The photos could be better. Potentially something on the walls here, make it a bit more inviting, like artwork or pictures or something. Yeah, again, this is taken at night. It's not a great photo. You can't really see. This is like a fisheye. Yeah, I mean, this is a lovely photo, and then it's showing everything that's nearby, which is great. So 9.7 with 96 reviews is an amazing review score on booking.com. In terms of what the reviews say, they're all great. So there's no photo of that outside, Yolanta. Now that looks very cool, this wall. And someone else said about pergolas. Yeah, these are amazing reviews. I'm pretty sure that there was no photos of outside, just out the front. There's something straight away. Put a photo of the out the back. You are sleeping 6 people here, 5, and there's seats for 4 at the table. Yeah, here it is here. Seats for 4. All I would suggest is looking at the photos again, adding some of out the back. We missed that now in terms of the summer. And the only other thing is it must be the price, because your reviews are killer. The property looks great. So 2 random nights, Monday to Wednesday, you're coming in at £272, whereas there are 519 properties available in Belfast for those dates. And there are places with not as good reviews as you, granted, but coming in quite substantially cheaper. So yeah, this is the first one that's come near it, but almost everything else is cheaper. So something to bear in mind there is the price. We're coming into winter. This has been, in Belfast, I know, a pretty shit year in terms of like more and more properties coming on. We can see 519 available for a random Monday and Tuesday night in November. Guests are becoming more and more price sensitive, potentially, as well as the reviews. If you are using Price Labs, that should be able to keep you competitive against the rest of the market. But I'm glad to see you've got so many reviews. It's been ages since we spoke. Feel free to join the community again. I'd love to see you again, but you're doing really well. This is the last one. This is Ania, and I'm very new, so maybe what to improve. An attic in the heart of Radom. So entire property apartment in Poland, 4 guests in 1 bedroom, 2 beds and 1 bathroom. Anna. So first of all, is this the best photo that you have, Anna? I don't believe it is. I haven't seen the rest of them, but I know that this is not your best one. Remember, this is what shows up in search results, so you're fighting against everyone else's page with doom scrolling amounts of photos, first photos, and this is the one that shows up for you. So again, like everyone else, you're holding yourself back by not getting professional photos. Now these are fair enough, but you can see with the light coming through here, you're taking a photo towards a window. It's not great for lighting. A professional will be able to take that photo and make it look better. Again, like this is a good angle. It's not too high, but I can see your legs here, Anna, in the photo, in the reflection. So these are the things that a professional thinks about. Like, it is a good angle, don't get me wrong, but again, it could be better. close-up of your sugar, maybe not so necessary. It's good you've got a coffee machine and it's turned on and you can see this looks very clear. I want coffee, push this one button. Good, because again, it's not too complicated with too many settings or whatever to play with. Again, this is a nice sort of shot, but you can see the light coming through here. Maybe this table could have been dressed. Very dark here. No, this color is probably really nice, but because of the way the image is taken, the photo is taken, it sort of loses a bit. I hope you don't have any problems with people leaving these windows open if it rains. We have skylights in some of our properties and people do tend to leave them open, and it can be an absolute disaster when it rains because people, surprise don't realize that the weather in Belfast is always crap. It's a nice bathroom. I'm just trying to figure out this, like, it's a strange angle. I can't really work out what this is. I think it's the door. And then in this photo, there's a bin in the middle of the floor. And then your main photo is actually your last photo. So 7 reviews, beautiful apartment. Yep, so Anna is doing a great job as a host. Big downside is lack of blinds in the living room, which caused the children to wake up very early. Didn't like the soft pillows and some of the very synthetic. It's more preference. Yeah, so you're doing very well. Let's see the description. So I understand that this has the size of the sofa bed and that's probably put in because of maybe that review. But unfortunately that isn't always enough, because I don't know if 120 centimeters wide sofa bed is big enough for 2 or too small like that other reviewer said, and is only suitable for 2 children. Like, it's not really enough to say what's in the description, because unless it's clear, unless it says sofa bed is for 2 children, having the dimensions is maybe a bit too ambiguous, a bit too subjective. So I think you could say this is for 2 children, or small sofa bed, or just get a new sofa bed that's bigger. But I don't think if this is enough, I think this could cause more issues with reviews, and by you saying what's in the description, I don't think that's enough. So very, very brief description here. No smoke detector or carbon monoxide. Please get those, Anna. They are very important, especially if this is an upstairs place. Okay, and there's quite a lot of availability here. So this is what I would do. These are essentials. So you will be punished by Airbnb if you do not offer these. You will not show up as high in search results. So let's try this in Listing Bot. I don't know where it's going to go because there aren't very many reviews. It's a very short description and it's translated from Polish and English. But let's see what it says. Top 3 titles: cool, quiet attic flat in central Radom near cafes. I like that. Comfy retreat in Radom's old town with easy parking. I really like that. Peaceful attic stay, steps from Radom Market Square. I like that too. So both of these ones, probably this one, because Radom, I hope I'm saying that right, it's old town with easy parking is really good. Central is good, near cafes, cool and quiet, all very good. I like this a lot. And that's because easy parking showed up often in guest praise. So I really like that. Here's the description. It's longer than what you've already got. Central and walkable, quiet sleep, climate comfort, modern convenience, easy access, handy extras. The sofa bed suits kids best. Interesting. Please note the living area does not have blackout curtains. Again, useful. And remember in your response to that review, you said the bedroom had blackout blinds, but the person complained or left the negative thing because they said the living room didn't have blinds, which meant when the light came through, the kids woke up. And that is why this is useful, because if you don't address it clearly in the description, that there is no blackout blinds here, or that the sofa bed is small, guests will still misinterpret it because they're just skimming through, and then it will show up again in negative reviews. I think this is potentially better than what you had. I really like these titles, and that is it for our reviews. If you like this one and you want to see others, click here to see the full playlist. And if you want to be featured, sign up below. If you want me to do a one-to-one and not share and air all your dirty laundry in public, you can click the link, work with me, get a session, or join the community where we can do it all behind closed doors. See you in the next one.